Taurus Risings May 2022 is a month about relationships and how a close one-to-one relationship might be coming to an end or changing its role in your life, but more friendships and networking with acquaintances is picking up. If you're excited to hear more about what is coming up this May for your rising sign, do make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Hi, I'm Maren. If you're new, nice to meet you. I am an astrologer. I also do crypto and other weird shit, and I make videos. So do make sure that you watch this monthly forecast, and also some of the transits that I'm mentioning have their own whole dedicated videos that you can get more info on. I will be using the tropical zodiac within Western astrology, and I also tend towards Greek Hellenistic astrology for most of the techniques that I use. We started the month on the 1st with Venus conjoining Jupiter in your Pisces 11th house. Beautiful growth of networking, connections. You might be much more social, meeting a lot more people, and having this expand opportunities to a huge degree in your life. Then on the 2nd, Venus is entering your Aries 12th house, bringing in the planet of values, harmony, and overall cute shit into your 12th house of mental health and behind the scenes action. So you could be leading from these people and these connections into a really beautiful mental health chapter of like treating yourself, having self-care, rethinking how you cope, your coping mechanisms. So it's a good time for mental health. Then on the 4th to the 5th, the sun is conjoining Uranus in your 1st house. So the sun being in your 1st house is a huge spotlight on you for the first 3 weeks of May. And conjoining Uranus shows sudden publicity, like sudden acknowledgement, sudden recognition. You are suddenly having a realization about who you are and what you need to be seen as in the world. So a personal breakthrough is likely a new beginning part of the month as well. Then on the 10th, Mercury does station retrograde, and none of us like this, but thankfully for you, you're not Mercury ruled. It's not the end of the world, but it is in your 2nd house of finances. So for the month of May, do expect a little bit more difficulty communicating, planning, doing things regarding finances. Just be aware of that. Make sure no contracts, if you can help it, are signed during this time. And on the 10th as well, Jupiter is entering your Aries 12th house. So Jupiter is in Aries from May until October, and I do have a full video on that if you want to learn more about that, what that means for the world. But Jupiter expands and it brings cute shit. And it's entering your 12th house of mental health and behind the scenes blind spots. Like you're having a growth of spirituality, a growth of meditation insights, a growth of being alone with your thoughts and getting good things from that. And then middle of the month is when things get spicy. So you have a lunar eclipse in your 7th house of relationships. Lunar eclipses are catalyst events in the world that lead to 6 months of a response in this area of your life, likely an ending or an ending of a chapter. So with this happening in your 7th house of committed relationships, it doesn't mean that you're breaking up with your partner necessarily, although it could be. It likely means the unwinding of an obligation, of an obsession, the ending to a partnership in the way that it has had a hold on you in an unhealthy degree. And at the same time, with the sun in Taurus squaring Saturn in your 10th house, some obstacles from your career could be a lot of the catalyst or breaking point for this. Now on the 17th to the 18th, Mars will conjoin Neptune in your Pisces 11th house. Mars-Neptune is the spiritual warrior or plans that have a higher purpose and meaning. So with it in your 11th house of networking and connecting with others, could be that you are facilitating something in a group level or a group event like a conference or retreat that is spiritual in nature but takes a lot of effort out of you. On the 24th, Mars enters your Aries 12th house, bringing more effort and more drive towards managing your mental health and making changes internally. Then on the 26th to 27th, with Venus in your 12th house squaring Pluto in your 9th house, your capacity to have a positive spiritual journey, your capacity to have good coping mechanisms is being troubled by demands from a travel plan or from like superiors or people in power. They could be pressuring you not to take care of your mental health in the way that you're wanting to. On the 28th, Venus then enters your 1st house. So Venus entering the 1st house and you being ruled by Venus, so Venus is in its home sign, is beautiful for you to be attractive, harmonious, all the Taurus things that you want. Beautiful time for that on the very end of the month into June. It is a great time to attract in abundance, luxury, all these things. On the 29th to the 30th, however, with Mars conjunct Jupiter in your 12th house, you might find that a sudden issue that you have regarding mental health is exacerbated and comes to light that you need to address. So end of the month, maybe something that has been reoccurring is suddenly more pressing, or a new mental health issue that is like, I need to address this appears. Finally, we end the month on the 30th with a new moon in your Gemini second house. New moons are new beginnings, and the second house is around personal finance and income. So it's a wonderful time to be looking for a curious, new stream of income, being open-minded as to what your new financial journey could look like, and being excited and curious. That's the word that comes up with Gemini, is curious about what is to come with your financial journey as there's a new chapter beginning for you. So if this may already make some sense and you have some predictions or things that you want to share about your own astrology and how this will be coming up for you, do let me know in a comment down below. Would love to hear what you have to share for the upcoming astrology. The Oracle deck card that I have for Taurus Risings for this May is Motion, Air, card 22. Be flexible yet grounded. Allow yourself free thought. Move and choose, find your freedom, use your voice resourcefully, stand up for what you believe in, and be mindful of the way that you communicate. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or anything you want to share, please do let me know down below. Also, make sure, if you have not done so already, to subscribe. And I was gonna say, smash the like button, but I fucking hate when people say that. So, lightly nudge the subscribe or all the buttons if you do so, if you would so please. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Take care.
How there is one